Hello, my name is Lale Uluç. I teach Islamic art at Boğaziçi University in Istanbul. Here I'm presenting a copy of Maxims in Arabic attributed to Greek philosophers. It is a relatively small manuscript of approximately 20 centimeters high, decorated with an illuminated heading and 13 illustrations, all of which can be stylistically attributed to the late 13th century and to the Ilkhanid Center, Baghdad. A second connection to both the time and the place exists in its colophon signed with the name of the celebrated Abbasid Ilkhanid calligrapher Yaqut al-Mustasimi, who died around 1298. Lauded as the most famous calligrapher of the later Islamic times, Yaqut's importance cannot be stressed enough. He was raised and trained as a scribe at the caliphal court in Baghdad, where he was a slave of the last Abbasid caliph al-Mustasim, which is the reason why he has the epithet al-Mustasimi. He continued to live and work in Baghdad after the Ilkhanid takeover of the city in 1258. Yaqut's prestigious reputation and the enormous value given to the manuscripts that carry his name was the reason why his signature was both duplicated and forged. The present manuscript is important, however, whether it was written actually in Yaqut's own hand or slightly later one duplicating his work, since it can be dated to Yaqut's time stylistically as well. The only exception is its brown leather binding decorated with gilded and sunk central medallions, which was probably produced for an Ottoman patron sometime between the 16th and 18th century. In the illuminated opening page of the manuscript, the title of the work is inscribed in two lobed cartouches. The top one is inscribed in gold letters over an illuminated blue ground, while the lower one is in white letters against a gold ground, surrounded by illumination that fill up the cartouche. The illustrations of the manuscript are generic representations with their approach to figural representation, treatment of landscape elements, and frameless positioning of the features against a black background directly on the page adhere to the shared medieval pictorial repertoire of the region. 8 of the 13 illustrations of the manuscript depict two male figures in conversation. They do, however, have some connection to the text. For example, the Macedonian king Alexander the Great is represented as an enthroned ruler, while the Greek physician Hippocrates is shown taking the pulse of a patient, which is probably related to the story of his having cured a lovesick prince by taking his pulse while he had all the women in the palace brought before him one by one. It was an extremely popular story associated with Hippocrates in both the Greek and Arabic tradition. Diogenes, on the other hand, is shown casually reclining, presumably next to his barrel, and is bareheaded, which may be reflecting his contempt for the world and the opinions of others. And lastly, a text that is illustrated by a boat alerts the reader to the fact that while sailing in calm seas, life-threatening waves can appear in an instant. For some more details on this exquisite manuscript, please visit the Aga Khan Museum website. Thank you very much for listening.